Hello team, mine is Mahesh. In this video, we are looking into the advanced concept of the Ansible. This is the fifth part of the Ansible series that we have created, which is Ansible Basics to Advanced. And in this video, we are looking into the error handling in the Ansible playbooks. So there are multiple things that we will cover in this video, which as we will cover the topic that we are covering today, which is the Ansible like error handling in the Ansible playbook. What are the things that might cause an error in the Ansible playbook? How we can prevent those errors, or how we can ignore, or what are the things that we can do while like to ignore those errors, to like do actions or based upon the errors. We are leveraging multiple things in this particular series, such as ignore errors or when keyword or conditional operators or many more things that we can cover. And as well as we are doing a practicals, and as well as I can practically explain all those things that I'm explaining by orally. And so make sure you watch this till the end, and we'll get an in-depth idea about this and whatever the things that we will do in this video. So, if we take a practical example of this, suppose you have a developer team, and suppose you have a developer team, and they wants to know the replication status of the DB server. Suppose there is a one master server and there is one replication server that is already created. So they wants to know the replication status of both the machines, and they wants to know like they want to create an Ansible playbook, and throughout that playbook, they will query throughout the hundreds of replication servers and all those things. So, but to reduce your overhead of like repeating the same task, we have created an Ansible playbook. What it will do, it will create it will check out some things that might we need that the our developer team which will require. Suppose there is some MySQL service that are running in the node itself. It is running fine or not. So depending upon the service status, it will take a necessary actions on that. Suppose the replication status, you will checking the replication status across multiple nodes. So there are some issue with the replication server. It will also get checked. Also, they want to take a to do a backup of particular data in the tar.gz format, and after that, it will automatically, once the playbook will run, that data will automatically convert it into the like tar.gz format, and it is kept on the replication server, or kept on the any like to create a backup. You will create a backup by using the same Ansible playbook. So those are some things that our developer team which will require, and those are some also the conditionals that we can provide. Suppose the developer team told us to, if the some service, suppose the OpenSSH service or some packages which is not existingly installed on those nodes itself, so you can ignore those errors and go forward in the playbook. Suppose the SSH service is not running, or you are not able to take SSH. So no issue on that. You just ignore the errors and try to run the another part of the playbook. Suppose there is some directory which is not created. If possible, with the conditions, you can create a directory, or you can ignore the errors and move forward to the next playbook. So those are some things that we can look into practical, and those are some things that we can do. So this is the playbook. I'll explain bit by bit, and we'll create our own playbook inventory file and all those things in few minutes. So this is the thing. This playbook will contain all those things that I'm explaining right now. So to explain the error handling in a much better way, so there are suppose this is the this is the Ansible playbook, and whatever the things mentioned over here, let me explain this. So the name, it indicates the name. It will check the replication status, and as well as to create a backup of the database servers. The host, which is DB servers, in the inventory file, there is a group for the DB servers. Become what we have used become to take a pseudo privileges if required. So in this case, we are using the yes keyword. vars keyword, which is used to create an variables, and this variable will call by using a db name. So this is the variable value. So all those things are db backup directory, or backup file, or backup status, the replication status. All those things are created as part of as part of the variable, and it will call in the later part of the playbook. So suppose the ensuring the backup directory is exists. Suppose this when we are creating, let me suppose this particular directory which doesn't exist. Suppose this is the directory name which is the temp MySQL backup. So in this case, what happens? It will automatically terminate the entire playbook. It will not it will directly I can say ignore this later part of this playbook, and it will directly terminate this playbook at this point, and it didn't move forward to the next part. But if you there are some conditional that you can set. You can use the ignore you can use the ignore errors. This is the keyword. With this keyword we can do several things, and it will perform several things. Let me explain in the practical thing. So this is the overall thing. We are looking into multiple things, and as you move forward in this video, you will see what is the tags, what is the when keyword, what is the register when, or what is the register keyword do, or what is the debug command do, or all those things we will look into in the practical thing. So let me quickly spawn two EC2 instances, and launch EC2 instance. Okay, so those two instances are running, and as well as I have added in my inventory.ini. So if you can see, the alls, I have created one group called all, and in that group, I have added two EC2 instance IP address that we have created over here, and I have set up the SSA. I have disabled the SSH host key checking, as well as provided the VARs. Basically, this is the parent-child relationship that we have created inside this Ansible inventory file. And in this particular inventory file, that we have used the Ansible user as a easy to user, common as to disable the host key checking, and also I have provided the private key for to authenticate. So those things I have provided. Let me check. Yeah. So those things I have provided, and as well as I need to create an. So let's look the practical thing. What we can do in this particular what we can do. So let's create an one playbook called main.yaml, and in that playbook, we are starting from 3 dash, and the name the name. Okay, so let me use directly the VS Code. So main.yaml main2.yaml, and I have created the Ansible playbook, the name that I'm using to check running services. Ansible. I need to install the Ansible plugin before that, so I can get the like suggestions or recommendations, whatever things I need to use. So this is the Ansible official plugin that I am using right now to get little bit help while creating an Ansible playbook. So the Ansible text has been detected. Ansible dot built-in. So suppose I need to use the Ansible built-in yum template. So just I need to install. I can say open SSL, as well as open as well as and open SSH service. So what I'm using, I'm using the built-in template that are provided by the Ansible only. So what I'm doing, I need to check out what is this particular instance type. This is the Amazon Linux. So I need to use the yum template. So this because of which I have added the basic yum template. So in this case, we need to provide the name of the like package, and as well as the state to get this package installed. State as a present, And so suppose you have multiple, so the condition that we are looking into, suppose you have multiple packages that you need to install. So in that case, what we are using, we are using the loop function. So what the loop function do will, you'll get idea about it. Item, and the loop will do open SSL and open SSL. So this will install the open SSH and open SSL package for you. And let's see what are the errors. So it will install the OpenSSL package for you, and it will install those two things by using this particular loop function. So in this case, you have added the item that will take a value from here, and it will install the things for you automatically. So again, the second thing, what we can do, we use this particular thing and register this output. So just go to register, and register, what it will do, it will register the install. So you are creating a basically variable, and the this particular like this particular entire log will stored on this particular variable, and it will throughout this variable you can get that install packages. So by using the debug module in the Ansible -debug var colon the install dot package. So what I have done, I have used the register keyword to register a variable and store this output of this particular page, of this particular command, and as well as I have used the debug to get the log of this particular playbook. So let me run this playbook. Okay, so if you can see the main.yaml, we have installed we are installing those two services into the host that we have added inside our inventory.ini file, and we are installing a package, and as well as the register we can use the var to debug the package or get the output of this particular thing. So what you can do, I can just run the playbook now, ansible playbook, and main.yaml -i inventory.ini. So it will install the things. It is gathering the facts from the machine, and in the later part, you will see how we can disable the gather facts, and how we can do the things. So as you can see, the open SSL message, you need a Python 2 module, suppose, and DNF. Use the DNF instead to use the DNF instead to the yum. So we have get the issue, and Python 3 yum is not, for the Python 2 yum is needed, and for the DNF we need to change into the DNF. We need to change our module to the DNF. Let me quickly do that. Uh, let copy and go uh, inside our server, and just do nano main.yaml and replace the yum module with the DNF. So we are replacing this module with the DNF colon colon control O, enter Y Z, and we'll see now. So it is still in the gathering facts, and we'll see it can able to install the package or not. So it has installed the package successfully on those machine, and let's see what the thing it will do next. So just wait for a second. Yeah. So as you can see, it has installed those two packages, and will get the debug output. As install the packages, change has been false, and all installation has been completed. So it didn't change anything. Those two packages are already installed on those two machines. So we'll see. We haven't get any errors as such, but we'll see to do that. In the As you can see, if you can if you can get this, you'll see it is gathering facts, and it at every time when we run a playbook, it will gather the facts. So if you want to disable the gather facts, what you can do, you can go on the playbook.yaml and do gather on the code facts is equals to false. So it will disable the gather facts, and it will not show anything related to the gather facts. So let me remove these packages and use the HTTPD package. So HTTPD package, which is not installed by default. So let me see now. We'll get this error, and let me see, gather facts, not fact, control by X. So let's see with the HTTPD package that we have used. It is not installed by default. So it will throw an error, and it will terminate our playbook, and it will not install the not get the next thing. So it has installed the packages for us for now, but yeah. So it has saying changes has been false. It has installed the Open SSL, nothing to do, and yeah, it has changed, and it has installed the packages for us. So no issue on that. What you can do now, you can see the OpenSSL package is also installed in the machine, but to check out, we have used the debug module. So let's now to ignore some errors. Suppose we have get the suppose the HTTP package which is not present on the machine. So this is the invalid package that we have provided to the Ansible playbook. So you can see the Ansible gather facts is not showing in this part now, but we have provided the like wrong package in the Ansible in here. So it will must throw an error. So the package is not found, or there is some issue. So if you can see, there is no packages will available and item name HTTP. So install the specific if there is some specific requirement, it will install for us. So whatever the things, so if you can see, it should need to be get this particular output. So suppose we haven't do the installation packages, but it will run the debug module at least. So it has terminated at this point, and it didn't go to the debug module. So let's go and quickly made the change. And what you can do now, you can add one variable over here at this part. You can say ignore underscore errors is equals to true. So it will ignore the errors that we'll get, and throughout that it will just ignore the error and move forward in the playbook. So let me see again. Okay, so there are some syntax issue. Ignore errors, not at the register part, not the ignore error. It is ignore errors. There is some issue again. So let me see the module for the ignore errors. So if you can go inside this particular section itself, they have created the entire section for the error handling for the playbooks. So if you can see at this point, you will see the ignore errors. So what the ignore errors will do, it will entirely ignore the complete errors. Suppose there is some packages not found, it will ignore that. It will suppose there is some it will not the yum itself, it is not able to run, so it will ignore the error. Or the particular command is not found, there is some syntax error, so it will ignore the error. So it didn't check out the specific condition while ignoring the error. So if you can see, it is using particular keyword ignore errors. So we are using that one same, and we'll try to replicate the same. So let me see, ignore errors is equals to true, control by x, and let's try to run this now. So at this register, we are getting this issue. So let me check what are the things that we can do. So as you move forward and you will try to resolve the errors, you will get to know how you can resolve the errors, and you will see the rest of the things. So the ignore errors will present over here, and suppose there is some error, so it will ignore by default. So what is the issue that we are getting? Uh, we're not in the register module, so we need to get out of the register module, and we need to use the because it is a separate command, and we need to use that. Control y x y the yeah. So because of the syntax, we are getting this particular issue. So as you can see, the OpenSSL package are by default installed. There is no packages are found, and it need to be ignored. As you can see, it has ignored all the errors that it is getting. So suppose there is some OpenSSH packages are already installed. OpenSSL and the SSH package are already installed. It has ignored, and there are some issues, and there are some packages not found error. So it has ignored and move forward to the next part of the playbook. So this is how you will you will do the error handling part. So there is some other things as well. Suppose in the in the uh, in the main.yaml that you have created, suppose there is some another condition that you need to set. Suppose the packages are installed, you have ignored the error, but what about the name? So you have added another play in the Ansible playbook section itself, and in that playbook section you have told enable the service and enable the service Ansible built in dot daemon of the service. I have forgotten. Let me take a help from this module. Systemctl module in Ansible. Okay, the systemd module. So the systemd module, what it will take as an input, it will take a name of the service, not the name, yeah, the name of the service, which is the HTTPD, and the rest of the things, the state is equals to enabled. So it will check out the systemd service module. Systemd service module. Let me see what are the attributes that it is taking. State is equals to started and the name of the service. This is the service name. So we are also registering this output. So let me do a register. So we have registered this output, as well as we need to use the another one command over here called the debug. So we have removed the debug from here, and we need to do uh, yeah. So we need to use the debug and the variable. So the var is equals to install packages, and the same thing goes over here. Remove unwanted space and control O, Y, control O. So let's try now. So what we have did, we let me do the main.yaml and explain the thing. So we are starting the service, but it will throw an error because the HTTPD package which is not installed on the machine, and it will just register and demon output, and it will present on the terminal itself. But you can add another keyword over here. You can add another play called name. A name is equals to install packages HTTP. So I have also used the same like I can say name, so it didn't conflict right now. So Ansible dot built-in dot DNF colon the name of the our particularly the name of the thing. So it is a HTTPD, and the state is equals to present. When I am using the when keyword over here. So the when depending upon the error that we are getting. So let me go on the top and try to run this playbook. So I'll get this output on the line number 20. Line number 20. Okay, so there is issue. Okay, I need to keep the space between those two things. Okay, so I have added the dash over here. So there is no need for the hyphen in this part. Uh, use this control O Y X. When so suppose you are getting this error, so our the daemon, not the daemon, yeah, daemon underscore output is equals to you can say not the failed, I can say it is getting some specific error. So if you can see go on there is one term called there's one term called defining the failure. So you can use the failed when, and throughout this particular we can say failed or this command you can define your failure, and if this happens to your playbook, you can if this like occurs in your playbook, you can take the necessary condition by using the when command. So this is the thing. Control O by X. Let me see now. Okay, there is some issue again in the enable service. At the name section, enable service. enable, not the enable. Okay, so I have added the extra space, so because of which might I have get this error. No. Uh, okay. So it has skipped this because the HTTP package is already installed in the first case. So there is some syntactical error. Let me explain that. So we have added the daemon output.rc. So you don't need to add the rc thing, rc keyword in in this thing, but you can use the directly this thing to use this. So this is the overall idea about the like error handling in the Ansible, but the defining failure is thing. Suppose you want to create a particular folder, and the folder is getting the like suppose you need to access the slash root folder, but it is getting a permission denied issue, or you want to create a particular folder which is already exists, so it is saying this folder is already exist, or you suppose you need to create an access the folder which doesn't exist, so it is saying no such file or folder. So in that case, you can use such like defining a failure using a failed hyphen when underscore when, and you can use this particular thing to evaluate your condition and do the necessary actions based upon that. So this is the oral thing, and this is the oral idea about it. Thanks.